You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most.
Ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan, they cannot have this Caitlin Clark thing up any worse if they tried.
They only had to celebrate a great start and let the game shine. Instead, the WNBA picked confusion by starting a probe that had no basis in fact and turned out to be a huge disaster. What about Charles Barkley? He wouldn't have any of it. It was all Indiana fever. Clark made history. The crowd was rocking. But just a few days later, the WNBA said it was looking into reports that racist fans had behaved, even though there was no proof of these claims. The story stopped being about basketball all of a sudden. It was about stress. And Barkley saw it for what it was, a terrible job of leading and an unnecessary distraction caused by jealousy.
Incredible. The number of attention, eyeballs she's brought to college and the pros, and for these women to have this petty jealousness, you say to yourself, damn, what?
Click the subscribe button right now if you're sick of the drama, the envy, and the league taking too long to do anything. Let's shine a light on Caitlin Clark and call her out on her lies when we see them. Due to the fact that both we and the numbers do not lie, he didn't hide anything. Barkley criticized the WNBA, saying, "This isn't helping the WNBA, it's hurting it." He went after players like Angel Reese, saying that he thinks they care more about making trouble than helping the league. Some of these players need to stop being jealous and start being grateful, he said. Barkley said Clark is doing more for women's basketball than any player in decades, but her teammates are trying to bring her down instead of supporting her.
I don't believe what we say on television. Just because people don't like you or your personality, they can't get on TV and slander you. It's just total bullshit. This girl is a...
What about the numbers? They're honest. Viewers have gone up by 18%. Scores for the draft went up by 400%. The number of tickets sold went up by 93%. All of that is because of Caitlin Clark. Barkley said it straight out. She is the needle. She's not only helping herself, she's making the whole league better. What does the WNBA do, though? Their attention is on false charges instead of making real progress. Fans knew exactly what would happen when the investigation was over. There was no proof, no saying offensive things, no bad behavior by fans, nothing but noise. Things get worse from here on out. The league never said sorry. After letting the story get out of hand, they walked away when the truth came out about Indiana Fever fan. No one is responsible, not sorry.
It's going on here. And the thing I love about her, she never says a word. But these ladies, who I love and respect their game, they couldn't have...
Barkley was very angry. He said it was self-harm. A superstar is making the league into must-see TV, and this is the story we're pushing? The WNBA let small battles take over the stage instead of working to improve the game. Fans of Fever felt like they were being picked on. More fan groups joined in. Players, who should have been enjoying a historic start to the season, were stuck in a storm that the league made.
I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark raised all the important numbers, reviews, tickets, donors, and stuff. In fact, she helped the WNBA meet financial goals years ahead of plan. That was done by one person. Still, the attention went to pointless drama, jealousy, and disagreement. Barkley knew it was going to happen. He made it very clear. That wasn't just a bad PR moment. It was a message. The league is sitting on a gold mine and arguing about it. Some players are busy putting down other players instead of saying thank you. Why not the WNBA? They're letting it happen. Barkley didn't just support Clark, he also showed the ugly truth. The league can't grow if it keeps destroying itself.
Angel Reese get that Caitlin Clark don't get. Why would she hate her? Like,
but I think the media is doing that so much, it's really gonna make it.
Because the truth is that Caitlin Clark isn't just another beginner. It's only going to happen once with her. The kind of person who makes money for everyone. The kind of player who makes the WNBA famous. And the fact that people are attacking her for it, not only is that wrong, it's crazy. Let's call it what it is. Anger that looks like jealousy. Some players seem more interested in putting Caitlin Clark down than in making the WNBA better, even though she is changing the league's future. What about Charles Barkley? He's had enough of the noise. He wasn't nice about it. Barkley said that some players, like Angel Reese, were making bad decisions because they were petty jealous. They're pulling Clark's name into useless drama instead of honoring her work. Why is that?
Do you ever think you'd be on Inside the NBA talking about the WNBA protecting somebody from violence?
No, I thought man, these girls getting ready to hit the lottery. I mean, this is a great time to be a woman.
Because she's better than them? Because she fills buildings to capacity, boosts TV numbers, and brings in people who didn't care before? Steph Curry made people money. He didn't make people mad, Barkley said, making his anger clear. Caitlin Clark did the same thing, so why is she getting hate for it? The idea is very easy to understand. It's no longer about basketball, it's personal. Plus it costs the league a lot of money. There is more and more hate for Clark while she stays quiet, focused, and professional. She's not upset about it. She's not raising her hand. She's just having fun. Others are adding fuel to the fire by making cheap shots and coded statements. Barkley knows what it is, an inside job by the league to hurt itself.
In the WNBA, Caitlin, I mean, what she's done for the game the last couple of years, she is a shining star. I didn't think she was going to have to worry about all this petty nonsense.
He also said bad things about the WNBA, saying that they were letting drama overshadow real progress. Instead of defending the one person who made them famous, they did nothing and watched the show, giving in to the confusion of the moment, getting carried away by jealousy. The most painful twist is that Clark isn't just helping herself, she's helping everyone. More attention, get more sponsors, more cash. But some of these people are acting like they don't want to say thank you. The league then dropped a surprise and left without a word. After stories for a week saying that Indiana Fever fans were being racist, the WNBA's probe found nothing. Don't use insults. No bad behavior. There was nothing wrong with the fans. So far, no apology.
But the WNBA just completed their investigation and they said that racist fan behavior directed at Angel Reese was not substantiated. The WNBA pulled the audio and video from fans, team, and arena staff and were not able to
take that in. These fans went to the game, cheered for their team, and then they were blamed for something. Even though there was never any proof, they were still pulled through the mud. Barkley told them right away that this was no good. Now, he was right, as shown by the finding. The league couldn't even say, "We were wrong." They just put out a cold, corporate statement saying that the charges were unsubstantiated. No talk about how bad the damage is. They don't own the media firestorm they helped start. They didn't say sorry to the people they wrongly blamed. The league didn't say anything, but the fans did. Fans of Fever were very angry, and they had every right to be. There were even calls to stop buying it, since this wasn't just a mistake. It was an insult. Fans like these have been going to games, getting tickets and shirts, and cheering for the league even when not many other people were around. And when things went wrong, the league decided not to say anything instead of taking responsibility. Even worse, this mess took the attention away from one of the most important events in WNBA history, which hurt more than just the fan. Caitlin Clark's first book, a show that broke all records, a huge win for the Fever. But that didn't matter once the action began. The attention moved from basketball to claims that were not true. The story was changed without the league's permission. The worst part is that they had the chance to fix it, to take responsibility for the mistake. They didn't say, "We jumped the gun, and we're sorry." They let the fans get away with it, kept the story going, and then they forgot about it. As a result, a league where the number of players is growing but the trust is decreasing. Because if you hurt the people who have always been there for you, you lose more than just friends. You lose respect. Why not the WNBA? They just made it clear to everyone what's most important to them. Barkley Charles didn't hold back. It was direct and brave to say, the girls need to grow up. But it was so important, because what's going on in the WNBA right now isn't just small-minded, it's hurting the league itself. You have Caitlin Clark, who is breaking records, selling out shows, and getting millions of new fans. But instead of support, her friends are staring at her and making fun of her. And Barkley can clearly see what's wrong. Some of these guys are too caught up in envy to see what's really going on. They see how the league is exploding with opportunity, but instead of being happy about it, they don't like the person who is making it happen. That's the kind of thinking that stops progress. The WNBA seems to be trying to punish its up-and-coming stars, while most professional teams reward them. Barkley told it like it is. This is why the league has trouble. Way too much trouble. Not mature enough. He's not talking about skill, but about how you think. These aren't just fights in the locker room. They're all over the news. It's bad for business. Don't forget that this is a job. What the media can do. The grants and loans. Everything. The sales of tickets. It all comes down to one thing. What's best for the people? We're interested in Clark right now. What caused the rise in viewers? Her. Why were the stadiums packed? Her. The sales of jerseys, the chatter on social media, and the shout-outs on late-night TV? Everything has to do with Caitlin Clark. Not only does she bring in people, but she also changes what success means for the game. What does the WNBA do? Taking a seat, not being able to control the story, giving anger a chance to poison the change rooms. And people like Angel Reese? They're so caught up in their own egos that they can't see the bigger picture. This makes the league look very broken. Barkley has been around for too long to act like this isn't a big deal. He knows what happens when competition is stronger than working together. When ego gets in the way of being professional. He told everyone in the league, not just Reese, you've got something special right now. Don't mess it up. Since it's not just about Caitlin Clark, it has to do with what the league wants to say. If a once-in-a-generation talent can't be recognized, what does that say about the stars of tomorrow? What is it telling people who are just now seeing it? Or the businesses ready to put money in? The truth is that this drama is hurting the league's best chance to get better. And Barkley knows that they will lead this league off a rock if they don't stop this small-scale jealousy. Yes, the girls need to grow up. And quickly. As the whole world finally turns to look. What if they miss this chance? They might not get another one. Not only did Steph Curry make threes, he changed basketball forever. And Charles Barkley says that Caitlin Clark is doing the same thing for the WNBA. What's the only difference? The NBA loved Curry. The WNBA? They're almost going to mess up. Clark is the kind of player who changes the way people think. Clark is making women's basketball a must-see. Just like Steph made the deep three a normal part of every game. There are numbers to back it up. Crowds, ticket sales, and merchandise all go through the roof. But why not build around her? Some people are making fun of others. As it all goes down, the league does nothing but watch. Barkley did more than just praise Clark. He also warned him. Everyone was thinking the same thing. Steph didn't make people jealous. They got paid. That's the key. Clark can do the same thing if you let her. It's been years since the WNBA has been for this to happen. Some people would rather fight it than feed it now that it's here. Curry wasn't pushed to the side because he was jealous. People praised him. Everyone in the game, friends, foes, and fans, knew he was changing things. Also, guess what? Everyone got what they wanted. TV deals got better. Pay went up. The whole league got bigger. That's what happens when people help success happen, not when they try to stop it. Look at Clark now. As she goes on tour, she fills stadiums, setting new records for fans before she's even played a full season. Her shirt is being worn by kids. There were news outlets that never talked about women's hoops. They're now taking the lead because of her. Still, people in her own league are attacking her. Barkley can read the sign. He knows what anger and possessiveness can do to a team and a company. You have your Steph Curry. He told the WNBA in a very clear way, do not mess it up. Since it's not just about basketball, this is what the league will be next. What if they mess this up? They won't get another chance. Charles Barkley didn't need to say much. He just threw out the facts. And they're crazy. Draft of viewers? 400% more. Number of regular season viewers? Up 18%. Selling tickets? Up 93%. Shopping for goods? 500% more than before. Take that in. They're not small wins. They're huge steps forward in history. Everything about them is the same. Caitlin Clark. This isn't a steady, slow rise. It's a tide wave, the kind of spike that leagues wish they had. And Barkley says the WNBA didn't get it by building a name for itself over many years. As soon as Clark stepped on the floor, they got it. She did more than just join the league. She turned it all on its head. But even with these numbers, people are still not sure how valuable she is. Are you still picking at her game? Still stirring up hate and conflict? She's filling your arenas, making you money, and putting you on the map. Barkley said it best. And you're still complaining? But the truth is that Clark is leading the league. There are numbers to back it up. In terms of effect, she's not a teen. She's been a star since the beginning. And teams are envious of that. Not only are they being petty, but they're also being careless, because when people insult her, they're putting down the very person who is making the league finally work. It's not just about fan talk. It has to do with money. TV offers, giving money. It only took 5 weeks for growth that would have taken 5 years to happen. Some of these guys can't even say thank you in public. Barkley knows how the game is played. He has seen it before. And when a league fires the guy who made it successful, that isn't a game. It's called mischief. Charles Barkley didn't hide it. He called them out right away. While Caitlin Clark is making this league famous across the country, some people are out here trying to bring her down. And Barkley made it clear, you're not just going after Clark, you're going after your own paycheck. Let's break it down. She has fans with her. She is getting support. People who used to just watch her are now becoming die-hard fans. That is good for every single person. Every single one. The deals for endorsements, the stadiums that were packed, the TV attention that wasn't there last year. It's not a mistake. That's Caitlin. Barkley calls it what it is, self-sabotage when he sees teams throwing shade. Because he's been in so many dressing rooms, he knows that jealousy doesn't get you anywhere. It's not about which player is better. It's about who makes the game better as a whole. Clark is doing that all by herself right now, even though the people who should be supporting her are hitting her. Barkley's voice made it clear. She's there to help you. You're getting paid. You don't even say thank you. Instead, you treat her like she's the enemy. It's not right. There is finally some attention on the league, but some players are too busy putting down other players to step up. He made his point clear. Steph Curry changed the NBA, and everyone was happy about it. They're acting like Clark's changes are a problem, but that's not how growth works. That's how speed falls off. Another bad thing is that Clark isn't talking. She isn't responding. She's going to do the work and letting the results speak for themselves. Others, on the other hand, are on blogs and in news interviews making waves to get attention, but in the process they are killing their own market. Barkley is right. They made a bigger mistake by not understanding that Clark is the reason they're all finally being seen, not just hitting her. Charles Barkley didn't try to hide the truth. He called the whole thing jealousy-fueled drama, which is a good thing. There is no competition going on in the WNBA right now. There is a meltdown. Plus, it's taking place at the worst possible time. Every year for decades, this league has worked hard just to be seen. It has fought hard for space, donors, and just plain respect. When the players finally get some attention, they want to make it into a high school popularity fight. You have something special, so why are you trying to destroy it from the inside? Barkley said it best. They are focused on personal grudges instead of the game. As a way to bring people together, they're pointing fingers and sideways glances. They are not using this time to grow. Instead, they are focusing on small issues that no one outside the league talks about. This isn't just emotional. Barkley can see it clearly. It's not good for business. He has seen real improvement before. When stars stopped fighting and started thinking about the long run, the NBA took off. Steph, LeBron, and Kobe all knew how important the name was, of putting the league's safety first. Did Barkley send a message to the WNBA? Forget about how you feel and keep the bag safe. Because the truth is that envy doesn't sell ticket. Unity is one. And all this trouble? Fans are leaving because of it. Sponsors are getting nervous about it. It's changing an exciting story into one that doesn't work. It's not the plays or the highlights that the media is talking about. It's tweets, cheap shots, and fake anger. Barkley has every right to be angry. The league has finally gotten the attention, growth, and buzz it's been looking for years. They seem more interested in holding grudges behind closed doors than making it a worldwide brand. The chance will be lost if these guys don't wake up soon. They will only have themselves to blame when it does happen. Let's be honest, this is no longer about hoops. It's up to the WNBA to decide if it wants to grow or stay small. Things are going well for Caitlin Clark. She's making movies, making money, and taking the league to new heights. Still, some players are destroying that energy from the inside instead of keeping it going. It's clear to Charles Barkley. Fans can see it. You also see it deep down. This league has a choice, either ride the wave Clark made or get lost in all the, because the WNBA will lose if jealousy keeps winning. And those who are bad-mouthing, they're making things harder for everyone, not easier.